We called it the Traveler, and its arrival changed us forever. Great cities were built on Mars and Venus. Mercury became a garden world. Human lifespan tripled. It was a time of miracles. We stared out at the galaxy and knew that it was our destiny to walk in the light of other stars. But the Traveler had an enemy, a darkness which had hunted it for eons across the black gulfs of space. Centuries after our golden age began, this darkness found us. And that was the end of everything. But it was also a beginning.
Ouch. Is it possible? There you are. Guardian? Eyes up, Guardian. It worked. You're alive. You don't know how long I've been looking for you. I'm a ghost. Actually, now I'm your ghost. And you? Well, you've been dead a long time. So you're going to see a lot of things you won't understand. This is fallen territory. We aren't safe here. I have to get you to the city. Hold still. Don't worry, I'm still with you. We need to move, fast. We won't survive long out in the open like this. Let's get inside the wall.
And welcome to the Destiny campaign. My name is Moody-Cotazone, or in-game name on PS4, on Prestige, C23. I played this game in the beginning, or not in the beginning, but on the year 2.
Okay, I need to find you a weapon before the Fallen find us.
So I mostly know exactly what I'm doing.
Quiet.
Well, I recently got back into the
right
game.
Above us.
PS4. From what I know, I don't need to be careful as much.
Hang tight. Fallen thrive in the dark. We won't. We need more light. I'll see what I can do. Another one of these hardened military systems. And a few centuries of entropy working against me.
Thanks.
Here, I found a rifle. Grab it. I hope you know how to use that thing.
Yep. And I have my control set up L1 R2 or L1 R1 set up from PS3. Because that's how I'm most comfortable playing. And that's R2 attack. R2 is a knife, R3 is grenades, but we don't have grenades quite yet. So I am playing as a human I've done Exo, Titan, and a local Warlock. And all of them are doing because that's the way I choose them to get.
There's more ahead. Keep it up.
In the early days of your first playing of the game.
Let's see what's inside.
Really? In your early days of playing the game, you really want to collect as much as possible. And lucky for me,
trip mines. Don't touch them.
Rifle. This is odd because I had a sniper rifle only in this playthrough. I've had shotguns the other ones. In this section, you can shoot these lasers, or you can just sprint right underneath them. Yeah, no trigger there on top. They're really unfair. No contextual meaning, so it's you either see him shooting or it's gonna kill you. At least in that way. Once the damage happens, sniper rifle does just enough damage in the beginning. Anywhere else in the body, headshots just feel like you're doing it wrong. The field is there. Any potential enemies compared to the beginning of the campaign.
The Fallen have a tighter hold on this place than I thought. Just a little bit further. Let's hope there's something left out there.
And in this campaign and playthrough, I'm not going to be going through
this was an old
every single thing. Like
there's got to be something you can fly up here.
Mostly because playing on one person, one of the characters goes through all three of them.
Fallen ships, this close to the surface. Move!
You can either A, fight through the Fallen as some of your objective states, or you can just go through it all. Jump in and out. Oh, yep. If you die, that's rebuild.
I'm picking up signs of an old jump ship.
Unless you're in the
could be our
specific
ticket out of
section.
here.
Wait, so you can't. That's the only position where you do that. But this game's all about relearning the terrain, because you will be coming back. Everything after this will be really come back for another section of the mission. Once you've completed all the missions, you've explored all the maps, you can come back and
there's a ship.
Collectibles.
Clear them out.
This is what I need this for. Yeah, he's got an elemental shield on him. And I just took 2 shots on him, headshots at first. Sniper rifle. Do headshots with the shotgun, you can do it with 2 shots as well. Basically, your secondary weapon's your main good. But you can get him in 2 shots and go down and what weapon you need. If you're higher level and you get a friend with the flame, you can 1 shot on him. You're using a pistol, which is referred to as a sidearm.
Let me see if I can get us out of here. It's been here a while. Hasn't made a jump in centuries. We're lucky the Fallen haven't completely picked it clean.
Will it fly?
I can make it work. Okay, it's not going to break orbit, but it just might get us to the city. Now, above that transmitter. Bringing you in. We can come back for them when you're ready. Let's get you home.
Basically, at the end of every mission, you go through this little screen right here. Doesn't say anything except for what you get at the end. Kills, precision kills, and deaths. Precision kills are the headshots, of course. So.
Welcome to the last safe city on Earth. The only place the Traveler can still protect. It took centuries to build. Now, we're counting every day it stands. And this tower is where the Guardians live.
Now, think. Where have we seen this before?
Alright, here we are. Back at the Tower Plaza, and as you can see, my character is female, and since it's a little nighttime, it's a little harder to see, but I got the green eyes, I think. Maybe this is good enough lighting. Probably not. Green eye, shadow kind of stuff, dark blue hair, 60s style hair. Either way.
Close bounty.
That's Erismorn. She's part of the DLC of the second DLC, Lord Shaxx.
Been to the Crucible, Hunter?
The Crucible's the PvP area. This entire game is PvE, player versus environment. This is Ikora Ray. She's in charge of the Warlocks, so I've been talking to her the entire time. This is Commander Zavala. He's the top of the everything. You talk to him if you're a Titan most of the time. And then this is K6, who we'll be talking to for the most of the time, because we're Hunter. And everyone's identified by basically what they're wearing. It's usually all the same. Hunters get capes. Warlocks get robes. Titans get beefy as all armor. And a little side napkin as well. So, talking to K6 first.
Use one of these?
Well, hey there, stranger. Welcome to the tower. A new hunter? I toast your health, but I'm supposed to be all reputable now. Good to have you on your feet. It's rough out there in the wilds. Take this and put it on and keep your eyes clear. The wilds are a rough place.
Nice work.
Great. Yeah. To equip new armor, press the options to open your character screen. Everything here is pretty low level. Everything gets higher level as you level up as well. Unless you're already level 40. I'm not gonna do the quick level up. I like leveling up level by level. It of course makes everything easier. I don't know. I request a challenge.
Alright, get on out there. Do something meaningful with your life.
Thank you, Kate.
I'll be right here.
Yes, and you can see right here that everything is, this is my left stick moving. Everything requires you to just hover over it, so you don't have to press X, otherwise you just accidentally swap over it. If anything is, you know, glimmering, you just roll over it and it's good to go. Happy Horn doesn't need to be talked about right now, because it really doesn't matter. Makeshift Scarf is the cloak. Everything is by defense. And as you see on the top right, there's a level 2, and then 5 is my light level. It also says it right here. Light score is an average of your attack and defense values across all your currently equipped gear. Light high score improves both your damage output and your defense. If it has a plus, you can basically press triangle as noted by the bottom right. And you can upgrade your stuff, allowing me to do grenades. I could have done that at any point once I level up. I decided not to for the sake of the story. Or something like that. There's Gunslinger and then Blade Dancer. I think that Blade Dancer is the most fun to play with, but because we're already level 2 on this thing, I'm just, or not level 2, but because we already have this grenade already ready to go, we're just gonna keep going with the Gunslinger. And that will be all that there is. Yeah, artifacts only came in on the 3rd DLC, or the 3rd big DLC. Inventory, materials, ornaments, consumables. Consumables you use once. Materials you can't use unless meant crafting kind of stuff. And you don't craft anything kind of like that. Ornaments also came in the 3rd major DLC. Mission you can't discard. I mean, some of them you can, you shouldn't. Settings, all this stuff. Pretty self-explanatory. Accessibility. I do have colorblind mode off. Well, it's because I don't need it on. I can quite well see it in this game, ironically, because these two kind of get mixed in together, then those two kind of get mixed. It's all sorts of weird. Either way, controller behavior, that's all on. Audio, I have everything 100%. Back in PS3 days, I did have chat volume at 125 and game volume at 80. Team voice is opt-in. Headset only. We don't need to log out. Brightness is perfectly set. The left symbol is barely visible at 1. And screen bounds are preset by your PS4. If they're not, that's because you're on PS3. Also, you can just set them there. Roster is obviously, it says game. These are all the people in the server with you, if you will, on this specific set. You can always go L1, R2, or sorry, L2, R2 to cycle through those right there. And friends list, my friends list clan gets revamped in Destiny 2, and of course we'll talk about that later, just in case miss progress. Quest, record books wasn't here before. All this released at DLC 3, major DLC I mean, which is actually like the 4th or 5th DLC. The Rise of Iron is the major DLC 3 that I'm continuing to refer to. But basically the quests you can track by pressing X. Go ahead and track those. Pressing the touchpad allows you to look at what's tracked. So now you can see it says early days, incomplete, requisition a new weapon, incomplete at the bottom right.
If you want the city, should be out there myself.
Thank you, boys. And pressing triangle and holding it brings us to orbit. We'll see that in a few minutes. I can also cycle to just turn that off completely. Tracked items or voice channel. Voice channel would allow me to switch between team chat and game chat. Or group chat, whatever, so I could talk to everyone in the server all at once, excluding any team members, or just go back to the team. Alright, fine, we'll talk to... Oh, we have to go talk to the smith, the gunsmith.
Across the system, our enemies are regrouping. A last gasp in the wake of our recent victories.
Thank you,
Vanguard would call on you once again.
Yeah, so basically, they really say most of what you can read here. If you want to read it, you can pause the video. Currently I'm live streaming it, so you'll miss anything live if you do that. I'm not saying it's anything bad, you can always come back to the video later. But basically, you don't actually have to read any of it, but if you're trying to gain the story, you might want to. Accepting all the quests is basically not that hard. You should. Actually, let's look at this real quick.
Evening.
70 glimmer for each piece, and everything requires.
I'll be right here. Don't feel bad for me.
So,
out there.
The dead orbit isn't calling the shots.
We couldn't stop Crota the first time.
if you decide to watch this video, for some reason, you should be listening in stereo headphones or a stereo system.
Let's get started.
Because you can actually hear things on your sides. Let's see. I really hate pulse rifles. Same reason, because it's a pulse rifle. I always used to go for scout rifles and auto rifles. Auto rifles less than because the impact was usually low. And actually, I've never. Oh, actually, I've seen Trax Callum 1, Magazine 13, Duke Cannon 6. It just seems fitting to go with the hand cannon. I always have trouble choosing between a hand cannon and a scout rifle, because right now we have auto rifle and sniper. Okay, so I think I'll just go with the... Yeah, I thought that would help me make a choice. Yeah, and what I'm just doing to see the stats next to is the compare option that's right on the right side or the left side of the information bar. If you go too far to the right, it'll shift. If you go too far to the left, it'll shift all the information. Oh my gosh. Okay, hand cannon. We'll go with hand cannon. And all these field test weapons here, they're all attack 200, and basically that's how you level up the gunsmith. Foundry orders. We don't have the Suros, or not Suros. Anyway, there's only one weapon that I'll ever grab because it's the highest reputable. Levels low. Armor materials, special synthesis, and the heavy ammo synthesis. Basically, these right here are basically real refills on your special and heavy ammo, which are only found in the map. There we go. Now we are level 7 on the light.
Guardian.
Light level is usually what people refer to them for. Yeah, and depending on
Alright, not bad.
what your gender is in the game, you'll do a different kind of wave. As a female, you do the curtsy, kind of. Is that really where we're supposed to be going right now? Yes, in here. Usually that's a little more green, but whatever, I guess.
I don't care what the law.
Amanda Holiday.
Hell of a night.
Hell of a night. Choosing not to read all this, choose to be the turn click. You can press triangle to preview it, X to grab it anyways.
So long, Guardian.
So you see other people just hanging around over here. These are the these are like the factions. These are factions. Allegiance. I have gotten Dead Orbit to, I believe, 25 is max, so that's that. Up there is the other one, dancing on accident. You just go up those 2 sets of stairs, and that's that, I guess. There's only one of them that I haven't messed around with, just because I haven't. I was thinking about maxing out my Warlock before I did anything else, but I decided to just start heading for the trophies. Yeah, we'll go meet Zavala right now. Hopefully he doesn't kick us out of the tower. Yeah, this place that we're here is called the Tower. It's a social area, so all weapons are not permitted. Pressing triangle cycles through your primary and secondary, and by pressing and holding triangle, you get to your heavy weapon. If you're not equipped with the heavy weapon, that's what you see. You see nothing.
Prepare for a new fight, Guardian.
Yes, wait for the new fight. Now we'll go to the Cosmodrome. A Cosmodrome is kind of what it sounds like.
The Hive called to you.
Look at that, see that? Pressing options, triangle, quick as possible. And we can now do a second jump. Or actually we just leap further, that's what I meant. Actually I'm gonna reread that because I've never done Hunter. They've just all had... Oh, how convenient. Bounty tracker. Basically you go to him and you can get your bounties, or extra tasks to perform every day. I think they reset at 2200 hours GMT. I just know that it's at 22 hours GMT because that's where I am. If we go to down here, follow this little icon here, this is the Monarch.
New inventory in from Amalon, Guardian.
Where are the guys?
There was nothing more you could.
Is he really up here? Did I really run past him on accident? Yes.
Try him again, then.
New Monarchy.
All for a good cause, Guardian.
Nobody's racist, guys. Oh. Yeah, you have to wait 2,500 to join, and at the beginning, you don't have 2,500. So, it's a good thing I do. That's what I'm grabbing. Everything here that you want to purchase requires you to have a Monarchy Allegiance. Of course, I have that now, so I can donate any of these helium filaments, get into what those are. Weapon parts, and like armor parts. Those are for dismantling specific, what's it called? Armor and weapon, obviously that's basically it. These are shaders. If you don't know what shaders are, it's pretty self-explanatory. It brings on a different color scheme to you. I'm kind of looking for, we'll go red. Oh, I require level 20. Okay then. Well, at least it's in the inventory. At least. Where do we need to go? To the Hall of Guardians. Why? Progress. Choose strike. Reach level 4. complete the elite bounty in the reservoir. Yeah, that's gonna be forever. Return to Cosmodrome. Okay, so that's what we're going for right now. Basically, you can go anywhere you want in this area. Of course, you get capped over here. Count that as the first death. And you'll revive anywhere in this central area if this is where you die. He's wearing some pretty endgame armor from pre-Rise of Iron. Basically, yeah, you can sort of walk and run, pressing and holding triangle. And yeah, this game has load times because you can't play game unless you're connected to the internet. So, like The Division, which I'll be going over, you can watch any of the cinematics if you want to. Prelude. There used to be a cinematic for the beginning of the game, but that's nowhere to be found. I usually thought that it was one of these things in the corner because it's similar to this. Anyways, the tower, that's where we just were. It says the top right, tower, the last city, Earth, and then social. Social is basically what I was talking about, where no places, or there's no area to fire weapons, and you can take off your helmet if you choose to. That's also in your settings. Set destination, that's what I clicked on to choose. It says Old Russia Earth. That indicates that this is Russia-esque and is now the old. You can see that this coloring of the map, like the outline, is on a separate plane than this, and on a separate plane than this, and that, and that. So this is the topmost plane, or actually this is the topmost plane. This is second. The color down here is fourth. This is third. And this is fourth. I don't remember what these were for, if they were for anything. This is for the Rise of Iron stuff, and all this was actually added at this cut right here, like there, like that. All this was added for the Rise of Iron stuff to add for this. So if you actually looked here, it was actually, this used to be more here in the map. But anyways, pressing X, this allows you to set the challenge or set the difficulty. Most of the levels you cannot, especially if there's story. Some missions do require you to play as single player, but you can, for the most part, play this entire game with 2 other friends, maximum, up until the point where you get to raids. So
there's so little left out here. We were lucky to even find this ship. A Guardian can't do much to protect the city without one. But it needs a warp drive if we ever hope to fight beyond Earth. And that Cosmodrome is the only place I know where we might still find one. We survived the Fallen once. We can do it again.
yeah, so when you're going through a strike or a story mission, that's unskippable dialogue as it loads in. Thank you, music.
A Guardian ship was recently shot down here. If the Fallen haven't gotten to it, there might be parts we can salvage.
Thank you. I mean, I've been muting myself just to allow the viewer to experience. Oh, there we go. Double jumpers, that's X. So you can't do that in, you can't activate your double jump or anything in the social.
The ship's avionics are completely catatonic, but I can cull their last transmission.
As you can see, there's the ghost.
They managed to restore an information hub here, down in the tunnels below. We should check it out.
Yes, so I press down to do sitting, pressing left as a point, or whatever your custom emote is, this as a wave, that's pressing up, and pressing right is an infinite dance. You don't have to repeatedly press it, it just dances infinitely. And that is basically it for that section. Yeah, and as the game was completely forcing you to do, pressing this allows you to open up your objective, which holds the ghost in your left hand. Unless the ghost is active, then it just holds that weapon, which is mostly useful. Headshots should be doing all the damage every game. Here we go. Get close enough, headshots do it. What? Absolutely. What? Right. These guys usually drop something called a house banner, cloth banner, or something like that. Oh, here it is. Yeah, if you can hear that there's a slight extra noise, and that indicates a chest. Spin metal, that's the material on Earth. If you remember earlier in the video, I said helium filament, that's the material on the moon. And you can get those pretty quickly and easily and freely just by finding those boxes, the loot crates, if you will. That's a vandal. Vandals are either shooters or snipers.
A map of the entire area.
See, he says it's a map of the entire area, but I am not sure how accurate that actually is. I've actually had 3 other friends with me at one point just trying to see how accurate this wasn't actually.
Our only hope is where we found our ship. We have to go back.
We've also had other theories about what this cloudy area is, considering it's on a separate plane. Anyways, usually there might be something here, but there's not. Always being friendly. If you see someone, you can also press on the right stick, or R3 if you will, and that will focus on their character. And once you have focus on them, or not focus, but it'll allow you to see their character's stats and everything, like see if they're in a mission or something. You hear the glistening sound? That's spin metal leaves, or the material for the world. And now we will there we go, use of the grenade. Absolutely nothing. Always 3 guys here unless there's extra. You can reload and then press onward. This game has multiple sections of what's it called? Servers, basically. Oh, you missed this. Boy, come back. Oh well. Yeah, that's a golden chest. There's I think there's 5 in every planet.
Scanning for the warp drive. Bad news. It's already in fallen hands.
Yeah, it's already in fallen hands.
I hope you're ready for this.
Respawning restricted. This is the point where we cannot respawn. Take a shot heavy. Real. Like the teacher say, make your mark heavy and dark. So, if it shoots, it moves, kill it. Because if you die, and you don't have any other prizes with you, then you're going to restart. I just picked up a dodecahedron looking thing. That is usually a engram. Yeah, you don't want to get like 14 or 15 shots on him. However you can get him, a little better. If you have your shotgun, it is completely more difficult. Having a sniper is what makes this an easier battle. Scout sniper also makes this an easier battle. Oh, I thought that moved. You want to kill him ASAP, he does the most damage. Everybody else just will do a lot of everything. He can touch you and basically kill you. encrypted engram. We'll see what those do in a few seconds. And by we'll see, I mean I will show you. I will know. Let's see. There we go.
You just killed an Archon. And we got a warp drive.
I'm not gonna do. I mean, I can go far. How far can I go before it's kicking me out? Yeah, every mission end will give you 30 seconds to collect any loot and stuff. This is probably going way too far. Yeah, here we go. Yep, Golden Gun Gunslinger. Everything's upgrading as you go along. That just shows you the progress you made. And I got a new sniper rifle, clearly better. I can't equip it from here, but I can equip it later. And the helmet, obviously, better than the last. Most of the story allows you to get better and better equipment. If you buy this game and you take the Spark of Light, it will take you to level 25 or 40, depending on which DLC you got. When we're launching, you can't do anything except press circle to count down. Once you are launched, then you get into your stuff and up it. You see we have an encrypted engram. It's important to have the highest light level as possible when decrypting these engrams, because unlike Destiny 2, I believe, unlike Destiny 2, the engrams are based on the light level you have. So if you have a level of light that's 22, you are most likely to get something higher than that. If you're light level 5, you're only likely to get something less than 22, so you're going to want to make sure. Alright, excuse that little interruption. Just a little nutshell. Master Rahul is our cryptarch. We go to him, pressing holding square to approach,
What do you have for us, Hunter?
and he will give us $200, or 200 glimmer if you will, for house banners
Good.
and other stuff. And we will not have him decode this quite yet,
Always
because there's a potential that we will be getting some higher level
I can tell you things.
armor, like higher level stuff that will increase our armor. So we were waiting
Okay, let's talk.
for that. I know
use some
Sabala
help.
might not.
Well done, Guardian.
Oops, I didn't give you any time to find it, so you'll have to find that really
We'll
good.
welcome.
Hello, Hunter.
Another monitor.
Dead Orbit's
Yeah.
not happy with your latest report.
So, Secrets of Fallen. Wait, what? Secrets of Fallen? Dark Within and the Wormmind. The Wormmind is the most irritating. So let's see here. I'm gonna keep this on me just in case I want to go to the auto rifle. This is now uses. You can press and hold square to dismantle. Dismantling. Check it to the right. Gives you a small amount of glimmer, not like a huge bunch, but you can see that it does give you some. There's no point having a lower light level, so we're just gonna get rid of everything that we possibly can, because you can only have 9 plus whatever's on you. Then we talk to Master Rahul. Hopefully he gets us something level 22 or higher,
Dashing, Hunter.
and see it's green.
Always a pleasure.
Of course, in the hierarchy of games, white is just common. requires level 4 is lower level. Yeah, we're gonna drop that. The only reason why you would want that is to increase your discipline, strength, and intellect. Intellect allows you to increase your or decrease the time of your cooldown of your super. Discipline decreases the cooldown time of your grenades, so you can lob those faster and more often. Strength allows you to quickly use your throwing knife, or, well, throwing knife, of your special on your melee attack button, which is R2, or R1 if you're on a different setup than I am. Anyways, going back to orbit. Usually in social, you'll have people who may or may not want to interact at that point. You can form parties, or as they are called in Destiny, they're called fire teams. Yeah, Destiny has fire teams. Let's see. Get this ready. Level 3, level 4 story. So we'll go to level 3 first, just because keeping it kind of in the realm of things. The only thing that sucks about having all of the DLC downloaded at once and not being able to turn off a DLC.
There are reports that the Fallen back at the Cosmodrome are keeping a pretty tight guard on the old Skywatch. Could be one of their leaders, or it could be something valuable. The speaker's asking Guardians to look into it.
As I was saying, the only thing that sucks about having the DLC all downloaded at once and you can't disable it or turn it off is that the story just kind of mixes all together.
Okay, the Skywatch is just on the other side of the steps. And it's surrounded by Fallen. Well, I'm ready if you are.
I can barely miss with the hand cannon, as it's called. This is a hand cannon versus a pistol sidearm. They're both pistols, but this is better. You can see it when I open up my objective. It says
this
unable.
Place must have been amazing before the collapse.
Thousands of humans boarding the colony ships, off to build cities beyond.
You done, Ghost? Thanks. Anyways, pressing holding the objective button, which is touchpad on PlayStation 4. Unable to summon, cannot summon in this location. That you will.
The building with the radar? That's the Skywatch.
Thank you. And as you can tell, there was a different sound when I had him open in my hand, or if I had him in like this. Basically, we're about to get a Sparrow, which is the version of a glide bike, what have you. Basically, it doesn't touch the ground, so it's not a bike per se. It's not a car, but you can ride around with it. You can do a little boost, get you to places way quicker than this. I'd say 3 times fast at least. I'm not here to do the math, but this is sprinting, as you can tell, because I'm unable to just shoot right there. See, I had to, by pressing the shoot button, it pulled me out of sprint, so stop sprinting, and there we go. I can do this and continue sprinting. I cannot reload while sprinting. That is the unfortunate. That looked like something.
We're in. This was one of Skywatch's old array stations. A link to the lunar colonies.
Great, respawning restricted. And yeah, as you can see that there's a little section right there. Everybody that I know always goes around here just to check it instead of going down this way. Now that I check it for you, you don't have to waste your time. But every time I start a new character, I've always checked it anyways.
Dead end. Fallen sealed this gate. I can get it open.
You can either press and hold X right here, or if you're having difficulty freaking seeing this specific icon, you can hold open, and it should be shining that, but it's not. Ironically. If you have an objective, it will show you by holding open the touchpad. Or objective.
Fallen really didn't want anybody getting in or out.
Nav mode, as it's called in the top right. Yes. Now we see a different kind of design and a flashlight.
What is this? Lots
If
of
you see,
motion
the
ahead.
flashlight is indicated
Got a bad feeling about this.
in the direction you are facing, and it's protruding from your ghost. Listen carefully, you will hear the sound. Okay, yeah, so our radar was going, but now it's not.
A hive.
This is why you're not wearing auto rifle. They are very susceptible to sidearm damage. If you have a sidearm, you just forget to use it. You can't run away, just use it elsewhere. Acolytes will always with their semi-automatic rifle and shoot you from most distances. There we go. Up at the top, you can see that it's not my health bar, but mainly my shield. I mean, it is a health bar in the case, but it does regenerate fairly quickly as soon as I stop taking damage. Unlike regular players, they will jump out of cover just to shoot you. So they're trying to shoot you from the side, which you cannot. But they will really
There's a
jump
wizard
out.
here. You have to kill it.
Make a terrible sound here. Yeah, and depending on where you actually shank them, that does make a difference. Duke Mark 10, let's go back up here. There's a hole in here. That's kind of weird. The fire shields are the worst to get through, personally. Nope, this is where I'm gonna die. Nope, just kidding. I'm kind of good up here, but you're not looking for anything here. Uh-oh. Freaking out. Freaking out. Man, it wasn't working. Gotta start it all over. Really? I shot him 3 times? Let's see, can I activate? Yep, I cannot. I mean, I can. Okay, so now above my grenade button over on the left, you can see that I can now
You have to kill it.
have some super, which is charging up currently. If you're on PS4, your light bar on the controller will change color to yellow, as will that bar that's currently gray and filling up. Once it turns yellow, you can then use your super by pressing and holding. If you're on the setup, if I am correct, nothing will stop spawning until I kill her, so that's where we gotta go. There we go. Freaking heck yeah. That's unfortunate.
The Hive haven't been on Earth in centuries. The darkness could be a lot closer than we think. We should probably get moving.
But of course I would have been more furious if I died when she had a lot less health. You can actually get through this by going like, as I said, going X and then circling right into there. You can do a jump and then glide over the windowsill. Hopefully in the next activity we will be able to see the super in action for the hunter. better sniper already. As you can see, they actually have names. The one I have currently equipped is the Calcutta LR1. Upgrade here is LR2A. Anyways, very technical game. You can enjoy it without the technicalities though, if you do choose to. Some people might be wondering why I'm going to Old Russia again. The reason for that is for the main specific purpose of I don't need to go to the tower quite yet. I can go to the tower when I've got all this done and knock 2 birds, 1 stone.
The Vanguard's reporting that Fallen are tearing into machines all over the Cosmodrome. I'm starting to think they aren't just looting the place. Whatever they're looking for, we should probably find it first. I'm picking up heavy Fallen activity near the Forgotten Shore, but that's miles from here. Guardians set up a vehicle grid here. We sync to that, we can summon ground transport from our ship. Let's go.
Dregs usually die by 1. I thought I already shot this dude. I did, but not bad. That sucked. Yeah, that's called a shank. It's actually called a shank, not a skank or a shark, depending on how you read it. Whatever, never mind though. Heading to objective. Oh wait, am I gonna die now? Nope, okay. Yeah, you can actually die from fall damage. That's not a thing that actually doesn't exist. If he can honk at me, he just went into the next server. Okay, yep. We are in this server. Wait. If I can join this, I will definitely skip out. Nope, okay. So, I couldn't have... That was all doing that because that was an event. Events will make the sky turn...
Here's the Sparrow link.
Darker. What am I saying here? Yeah.
Encoding superposed states, entangling cat vectors, and we're linked.
We're linked.
All right.
Link
If you want to get your Sparrow, we can be in the Forgotten Shore in seconds.
Yes, we can. So now we can do this, and then hold square. You move only by pushing on the L stick. You can move in any direction you want. You can also perform tricks on certain models of the Sparrows that are collectible by pressing L1 or L2, depending on your configuration setup. It'll do a boost. And because I like collecting crap, collecting spin metal leaves. If you really hate seeing that, then because that's what I'm doing every time I see it. Go hard to it. Well, mainly because it's a resource you're gonna want in the early days, or in the later days, but you could start collecting anytime you start playing.
We're approaching the shore. The Fallen are using some sort of signal amplifiers. Let's see what they're transmitting.
I've had people who are actually playing on this mission go through these ships and be so confused. Oh, really? I was really thinking to be able to go through that. Oop, I did this backwards. Oh, wait, is there stuff down here? I don't think I've actually been down here. That's weird, but there's snow there. Or sand. There's nothing down here. I've wasted so many people's times. You can hear it above us. That's the fortunate part. Oh, here we go. nice you just wipe away everybody for somebody who's on this mission. Middle of freaking teleport.
Give me a second. Some kind of distorted signal. Not fallen.
Let's check the other one.
Let's check the other one, shall we? Yeah, once you get your Sparrow uplink, you can basically get this Sparrow anywhere. You can actually ram into them with the Sparrow, of course. Just took a normal vehicle. Yeah, see that? He just touched me and I almost died. This is a square, deploy, deployed, now we can walk away.
The same transmission. They're both linked to something in Skywatch. Let's check it out.
Let's check it out. Got you. Here it is. You can hear it, specifically if you have good headphones on. Notably 2. or 5.1 stereo. Mono bridge doesn't really help, I believe. You actually can get your Sparrow in here. You cannot. But you can if you go this way, and then go through here, and then your Sparrow will fall off. So that's unfortunate that I couldn't do it that way. But yeah. High level, your Sparrow is high level. But not by much. Really? He just freaking took that bomb? There we go. Headshots. Key. Everybody's learning how to play a game. This is the best one to learn. If you're depressed, play this. If you like role playing, play this. I cannot recommend Destiny to any other kind of person.
The Fallen are tapped into something in the back of the room.
No way, I wouldn't recommend it to, is what I'm saying. Stealth Vandals are invisible until they try to attack you. You can see them right there. You can see the very glowing lights. Or better be searched like their image. Their camouflage is not invisible entirely if you are paying attention. If you are not, they will kill you. They can actually kill you in like 2 shots while you're not lucky. The health is not available to be seen when they're invisible, quote unquote. The white part above their red health bar indicates the level of their shield. The higher it is, the more you have to shoot off. As soon as you stop attacking, their shield timer starts to begin. There are only certain enemies that will have a quick re-shielding time, as in little as 2 seconds. They are the most difficult and annoying to kill.
The Fallen are trying to access these machines, but something is fighting back. This will take some time.
hopefully. Crouching actually gives you the advantage of stable firing. So if you're an automatic player, as in you like automatic rifles versus anything else, using your crouch can be very useful. The game is adapted such as that. Oh my gosh. It is... Just because you put the weapon away doesn't mean it reloads. You can reload it before or after you put it away. That's pulling it out of your inventory, if you will. Does not mean it is automatically reloaded. Alright, there's two guys right there. This is how we're gonna do this. I'm gonna lay down there. This is my super. Allows me one hit kill anything that I choose to. Up to 3. It is a hand cannon. And that is special. That's a special only for the flame element hunters. Good. That's with every boss battle. Ironically, this is a boss battle. 3 stages. They can actually cause damage to them sometimes. Like, they actually have many fire damage. These are servitors. They have the highest defense of the enemies. Hitting them right there in that little circle is considered a critical headshot. That's what we want to know all about. If you can. Otherwise, you shoot everything, please. They take the longest to kill. You do not want them to hang around longer than possible.
Okay, I've pulled out everything they managed to steal. We should destroy this thing.
Oh, of course. Now we have to wait for the grenade. You can actually just shoot it. There we go. Yep, that'll do it. Leveling
They
up
didn't get much.
enables your...
Kept hitting an active firewall. Old Earth. Russian. Legends are true. A war mine did survive the collapse. Rasputin. An AI built to defend Earth. He faced the darkness and survived. And he's protecting something here in the Cosmodrome. We have to find a way to reach him.
We have to, guys. Throwing knife. Now enabled. Not enabled, but unlocked. You can press triangle immediately. You don't have to wait for all this to go for. Set destination to tower. Ready to go. Go to enable the gunslinger, throwing knife. As you can see, that's auto rifle. Auto rifle's better, so we drop that. Pulse rifle, never gonna use it. And it's level 22, so I can just use something else. As you can see, this is purple. That allows for... That is the elemental tech, that's void. That's 22. Oh. Couldn't finish it all, but that's okay.
There was a time when we were much more powerful. But that was long ago. Until it wakes and finds its voice, I am the one who speaks for the traveler. You must have no end of questions, Guardian. In its dying breath, the traveler created the ghosts to seek out those who can wield its light as a weapon. Guardians, to protect us and do what the Traveler itself no longer can.
What happened to it?
I could tell you of the great battle centuries ago. How the Traveler was crippled. I could tell you of the power of the darkness, its ancient enemy. There are many tales told throughout the city to frighten children. Lately, those tales have stopped. Now, the children are frightened anyway. The darkness is coming back. We will not survive it this time.
Its armies surround us. The Fallen are just the beginning.
What can I do?
You must push back the darkness. Guardians are fighting on Earth and beyond. Join them. Your ghost will guide you. I only hope he chose wisely.
I did. I'm sure of it. We're in this together now.
Anyways, all that, and we still have to go back to the tower. I mean, I could have gone to the moon if I wanted to, and then we could come back to the tower, but I mean, that does seem like a smarter thing, but I was coming back here anyways. I got stuff to the crypt, sort of. Plus, it'll be a good ending point for the stream anyways. Yeah, I forget what I was even, forget what I was even saying. Hand cannon 12, drop. Snipers, that's good enough. 17, drop, because we have a 22. Fusion rifle, 22, because we have 27. The shell of the ghost can still be upgraded. That's gotta be dropped, because it's less than that. Will be dropped, less than. Soft, of course. Come on, I really wanted to do that. Come on. We're almost done. And I'm going to take that because it's more than this. And now we have level 18. And we have the sparrow, that's all I really wanted to tell us. And now we can do bounties. Now we can do bounties, thank you.
Open log.
Complete a bounty.
Opening assignment. Updating logs.
I'm gonna take them all. We'll worry about them later. Everybody has the same bounties throughout the entire day. Like I said earlier, they get reset at the same time. Talk to Cade because he cares about me. I said talk to Cade. Here we go. I had to be on his map. Basically.
Good morning. I guess you got a good story out of it.
Sorry,
just between you and me. This is why you're my favorite.
I could use a break.
Thanks. Anyways. Oh yeah, over here. And now we're at light level 19. We just need some shoes. That's all. Commander Zavala,
Good day
what
to
did you do? We could choose anything. I needed shoes. I really did. You didn't provide shoes for me. Oh my gosh. 26. I think we'll drop this one because that's the most to gain from it.
Thank you.
Complete a patrol of each type. That would be quickly and simply easy to do. Now we are at level 20. And I keep forgetting to come back to this because we're now level 6. Training focus on toughness and speed. Yeah, these will allow you to gain extra. As you can see, these churn. What's it called? Allow you to make more time, I guess. Armor, increase the amount of damage you can take before dying. Cover, gain speed, gain health quicker, and speed allows you to jump higher and move faster. So these two sections right here and right here, and I think there's some other part. No, there's not. So it's just these two sections and these two. So paths and ways. What the heck? Oh, Cora wants me finally.
What brings you here so early?
Oh, War Mind.
All part of the plan.
Yes, all part of the plan. Warlock stuff. Yeah, we get it. My
The light is
something.
your greatest weapon, Guardian.
I believe you're looking for this.
So, they don't provide any legging anythings. Bummer.
See you around.
I usually never buy anything from them. You get everything for free just by completing the missions. I don't know why anybody would not complete a mission. It's really simple, really easy to do. We don't have any cryptarch stuff to do. So, well, I guess I'll just meet back here. Maybe a little while, maybe tomorrow. But either way, that'll be it for this stream. You know what to do. It's YouTube. Subscribe, bell notification if you want to know when I'm coming back on. And yeah, all the women say like that. All the guys say crisscross applesauce or Indian style, if you will. Yeah, see, just like that, I pressed R3 on them. Level 40. Yep, they're both playing together. You can tell this is the part team member 2 to 6.
Checking for packages.
Alright. By himself. Anyways, bye.